How we doing here?
Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Welcome everyone to the Tuesday night call. Thank you all for jumping on with us tonight. I'm so excited to be able to talk and have my cousin Shalom share with us about filling your funnel. She is a master at connecting. She is amazing, and she taught me everything I know. And she just does a great job at just caring about people and being sincere about it. And I'm so excited for you to listen to her and for her to tell her story and just to give you some ideas as we go into the holiday season. So, Shalom. No pressure.
Hey! I am excited to be on with all of you tonight. My name is Shalom Brand, as Elizabeth said, Info Ambassador, and her big sister, not cousin. Elizabeth was like a little sister to me. So I am literally, I just walked in the door. I've been in shopping all day. So I'm trying to get settled here. I am, especially at this time of year, it's really close to my heart. I think it is what allowed me to really good foundation for my business, because I focused on having those relationships, connecting with people, building those relationships. So when should we mute everyone, Elizabeth?
No.
I'm trying. Mute all. Okay. There we go. There we go. I'm trying to individually mute people. I couldn't find the button. Thank you.
So, Elizabeth, what you want me to talk about? About building relationships, filling your funnel for this time of year. Do you want me to share any of my story? What do you want me to share?
Yeah, sure. If you want to share a little bit of your story and then go into kind of like IPA relationships, filling your funnel, that would be great.
Okay. So it's been about 4 years since I started Plexus. When I first started, I didn't know I was about to join a business, but I shared with my family and friends and went silver the very first month and was able to get my products paid for. And because of that relationship, because of those relationships, for the first year, I wasn't working Plexus as a business. I was just sharing because I loved the products. They were helping me, and I knew that they were helping my close family and my friends. So tonight I'm going to be talking to you about a funnel, and I just quickly drew this up with a black marker. Can y'all see that? Can you see that, Elizabeth?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so at the top of your, can you barely? At the top of your funnel, this is where the widest part is. And that top of your funnel is where your, where the biggest amount of, that's where people that you already know, people that are in your funnel, that you have connected with, that you're building relationships with, those people that you have contact with, you have influence over, that is the top of your funnel. The larger your funnel, the larger your that base is, the more influence and the more people you will have joining your team as it funnels down, okay? So if your base, if this top is really small and your influence is small, what do you need to do? You need to start building your influence. How do you do that? You start branding yourself, posting on Facebook 1 to 3 times a day to build that influence, connecting with people. And don't just post on Facebook to post on Facebook. Do it intentionally. Get on there and comment on people's walls that you want to reach, family and friends. Care about them. Facebook is very built on a system of relationships, building relationships. They want you to build that relationship. So when you just scroll through and like on people's posts, they say that person really doesn't care. She's just liking. You need to show your friends that you care about them enough to comment on their wall. And when you do that, Facebook will recognize she cares about these people, and Facebook will actually put your post in their feed, in your feed more often, and your post in their feed more often. So it's more exposure, right? So when you intentionally build relationships on, like when you go out, when you're at the store, when you're posting on Facebook, when you're commenting on people's walls, you will start getting more exposure. And that means the top of your funnel gets bigger. The top of your funnel gets wider. So that when you get to the second step of building those relationships, a one-on-one, connecting with that person one-on-one, maybe start sharing your Plexus story with them one-on-one. You're not going to have all of your contacts interested in Plexus, right? The funnel's narrowing down. You're going to have just some people connecting with you. Then you're going to get down to the third step where maybe they're asking for your sending them a shareable. You're sending them your personal testimony. You're inviting them to an event. And then the funnel keeps moving down till you get, you're sharing diamond docs. Maybe at the very end, they're asking for, what about the comp plan? You're adding them to a three-way message with your upline. You are doing a three-way phone call with your upline. And then at the very bottom, you're closing them. How long is this cycle? It's going to be different for everyone. It's going to be all based on that relationship in the beginning, because people are going to be connecting with you. There's lots of products out there to buy. I read a post today that was so beautifully written. A girl that totally inspires me in the way she writes and the way she presents her business, and it's not Plexus. What is she doing? She's building relationships. She's connecting. It's not about the product. It's about her. She's the one that inspires me. What she's selling, I would never buy. It's so bad for you. But I'm attracted to the fact that she is putting herself out there. She's inviting people in. She's, you know what I mean? And so that's why people would join her journey. So you have to start with that relationship. So from there, I want to touch more. I hope, was that good? Did y'all follow all that? Did I get
That was so good. I loved it.
So at the very bottom of your funnel, you're going to be having customers, ambassadors coming and joining you on this journey. You're inviting them to join you on this journey. If they say no, once you get to the bottom, that's okay. Guess what? You have built a solid relationship with them. You're going to put them back up here to the top of your funnel again, and you're going to continue to follow up, because I know all of you have studied follow-up, and it's between the 5th and the 12th time. Is it 5th and 12th time before someone will actually
say yes,
want to be a part of your, yes. So the 5th, between those times. So if the person after these 5 times, they're not interested, maybe they're one of the people that are going to join on the 12th time. Put them back up at the top and let them go through the funnel again and again and again, and eventually they might join your team, because we know our products work and are changing lives. So build those relationships. How do you build those relationships? I was at Ross 3 weeks ago. Okay, the girl standing in front of me in the line, she was buying this really funky piece of art, and I asked her, hey, that's a really cool piece of art. She's like, yeah, it's buying it for my boyfriend. I asked her a few more questions. We ended up friending each other on Facebook while we were standing there in that line. Okay, so then we're friends on Facebook. I come home the next day. I messaged her. It was great meeting you. I look forward to building a relationship with you. I looked through her photos and said, hey, your kids are so cute. I ended up finding out she made those cool necklaces for babies. And I went today and met at Wendy's and bought some of her necklaces that she had made, and she bought a 7-day slim from me. 3 weeks later, I built that relationship. I worked that relationship, built it, friended her on Facebook, connected with her, on terms of just life, and ended up buying something from her, and she's joining the 7-day that we're doing next week. So this is how you build relationships. This is how you have to build your business. I have people that because I built that strong relationship, they joined me, they tried Plexus, they got busy with life, they didn't continue, they didn't work the business, they're just ambassadors that are just there. A year, 2 years in, guess what? They contact me and they're like, hey, we're still talking, we're still friends, we still have that solid relationship. It's time and it's ready, and they're ready to work their business because of that strong relationship. So you asked me, well, how do you keep up with all of it? How do you keep up with all the relationships and all the connecting? It's not always easy. It's not always easy. But you know what? Those that, when they open up to you and they want to share their life, it's easy to share yours back. It's easy to stay connected with those people. And I'm going to show you my book. I have a goals and action book. And in my goals and action book, I'm going to open it up for you. Let me see if I get to the right page. I just printed all of my Facebook friends so that I could go through them again, because I haven't been through them in a while. So in my goals and actions book, I have Monday through Friday in here. And in each week, I printed ahead of time my daily action stack, my action sheet that I'm working on. And I do my action sheet, if you can see it. This was yesterday.
A little bit.
So I do my action sheet, and at the end of my week, I have 5 of those finished for every day. And on that, I have new people I friended. I have 5 people I started relationships with. I have 5 people that I've messaged about Plexus. I have people that I followed up with, 2 people that I followed up with. And I have active ambassadors I reached out to, preferred customers that I reached out to. I'm looking for another sheet. So it's all in here in my binder.
So are you doing one of those action sheets?
Missing.
Are you doing one of those action sheets
every day?
Per day.
Yes. Every day. You have a daily action sheet every day, because that's how you're going to see success. If you're not continuing to build relationships, 5 messages every day, then you're not going to see your goals met. And based on what your goals are, that's what, I can't find my diamond sheet that I filled out yesterday. My kids must have ripped it out of my book. So I'm going to show you one not filled out yet. Or let me go back and I'll show you an old one. Okay. So at the end of the week, I have my diamond action sheet like this. And I have all the Plexus chats that I started that week. I have people that I followed up with, and I have relationships that I have started. So when I friend a new person on Facebook, and I want to build a relationship with them. So I friended them, they accepted my friend's request. I immediately message them and say, thank you so much for being my friend. I'm so excited to get to know you. I've put them in my relationship building conversation right here. Right. So I have them there. And so all week long, I've been adding them to my action sheet. So then I'm building that relationship. And so then I fill one of these out at the end of the week on Friday. So they're in my book. So I have lots of them in here.
So so you have it all.
That way, and then I write notes on the back of each sheet. It's all in one notebook, so I can follow up with them. I can stay with that relationship. And so I can look back. And so I look back, like a couple days ago, I made a note. They said no, but that they might be interested later. I remessaged that person, and she said, yeah, it's a great time for me now. And that was 6 months ago that I had reached out to her. So I was able to go back and build that relationship and reconnect with her. So keeping things on paper, I'm not an organized person, but I've been doing this for about a year now, and it works really well to keep up building those relationships, keeping the names down here so that I can see them. So any questions?
Does anybody have any questions for Shalom?
Elizabeth, did I freeze?
Do you have a page for the diamond action paper? I'm sure we can get it and upload it or something to the files. I'm sure she would be willing to share that with us. Because everybody's going to want your amazing system that you just shared. Well, that is so good. I love that. I love the information of it because it's true. I mean, there's so many different follow-up systems, and the main thing is finding one that works for you. Because for some people, it's on your phone. It's putting all of the stuff on your phone. Or some people, it's Lexi, or it's a binder. Or you have for me, I have 10 different notebooks, and I'm like, oh no, what notebook is it in? So yeah, that sounds like a great system. I love that. I'm gonna definitely. Sorry, my phone's dinging. I love that. So So are you working
for every?
So what? Did you freeze? So as far as
what am I doing? What did you ask?
No, as far as going into the holiday season, are you do you feel like people are buying now? Or are you just kind of working on those relationships for January when they want to make a decision?
Okay, thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, a lot of people go into this season kind of everyone's busy, they're working. It's going to be hard for me to have anyone join my team. I go into this season excited. This is my favorite time of the season to build relationships and connect, because that's what this season's all about.
Yeah.
This season is all about building relationships. I had the biggest growth last year because my mindset was, this is it. This is the month. This is the year. And because I know going into January is going to be huge. And if your funnel is empty, so when I showed you your funnel like this, if you have not been reaching out every single day, building relationships, your funnel might actually look upside down going over here. Nobody's in it. There is, and so you don't have anything, you can't put anything in. It's clogged because your funnel's upside down, and you can't pour into a funnel upside down. So to open your funnel up, to get that funnel available, it's up to you to reach out and build start messaging people. And that's why I just printed this week all of my Facebook groups, because I know that I need to actively be messaging and reaching out to people that I haven't been reaching out to. So I'm trying to reach out to 20 people a day, 10 to 20 people a day. Not about Plexus, just reopening, connecting the doors, opening my funnel, because I know that usually your business has a turnaround of 90 days. If you're wanting to see growth and you have goals for January, then you need to really be plugging in and connecting and building relationships today, because January is not far off. And so you need to be doing it very actively, make that a priority, to start reaching out to people, connecting with people, and messaging people. And do it afraid. If you have any fear, do it afraid, because that's where it's at. Action cures everything.
That is awesome. Oh, I love it, love it. Someone asked, when messaging with someone, at what point do you introduce Plexus into the conversation? Did you hear that?
Just let it happen organically. Don't keep the conversation going. What?
Go ahead. You said just to let it go organically.
What'd you say? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it kind of goes in and out. But so basically you just said to let it go.
I mean, Am I breaking up, or are you breaking up?
I'm not sure. I think you're frozen. You freeze and then unfreeze. So maybe we're both breaking up.
Oh, Okay, so I'll just talk since it's getting recorded and it'll probably record clear. I would say within 2 weeks, you should be bringing up plexus or sooner. I usually bring it up within a week after starting the conversation, if the conversation's active, if the relationship's quick, because I'm going to be sharing with them when I'm taking, my kids have a cold, I'm giving my kids X Factor Kids, oh, I was so tired today, I took my Slim, it's making me feel so much better. That's part of my life. It's going to be in my message, and they're going to be asking me what Plexus Slim is, and I'm going to be like, hey, so glad you asked.
That's awesome. I love it. That's so good. Well, Shalom, do you have anything else you want to add? I don't want to keep you. I know you just got home.
Unless y'all have any more questions, I know it's late. I don't want to keep anyone.
Anybody else have a question for Shalom? Now's your chance. Okay, well, good. That is so good. I appreciate your time. Thank you for jumping on and sharing that with us. So I'm going to go back and rewrite your funnel ideas because that was really good. And that's really smart. I love that you have, like, you're very intentional about it. You're very intentional about how you're going through the funnel. So very smart, very good, and good thoughts. So thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk with you soon. And I'll stop this.